Recording in progress. Okay, then. Okay, so we're looking at the shapes and polarity practice sheet, which is in your Google Classroom. So let's do the first one. First one's really easy. It is F2. Oh yeah. F2.
Oh, I know how to do this one.
Okay, so first, oh good. So hold on. So there's two F's. So let's draw one of them first. So we have, I'm off screen here. There we go. Let's have one of them. Yeah, you guys can see, yeah. Okay, so we have F. We have to draw the Lewis dots. How many dots are on the F? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please draw them the way that we've been doing it this whole time. With the dots, kind of like the way we did it with the cards, just imagine a card being here. You don't have to draw it. Pairs, pair, pair. This dot turns into a bond. So, not that we are going to be using these cards because you don't need them, but for me, I find it easy to think about the cards to build the molecules. I find it easier. For simple molecules, it works. For complex molecules, it doesn't. So we're just going to do the simple ones today. Slash this here. So there's one F. We're going to need another F. Because there's two of them. So where are we going to put it? Well, it's going to bond here. So we might as well put it over there since it's going to bond there. So now all we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this card. So we have the bond making the bond. And around the F, each of them has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 pairs. But Mr. G, you didn't do the counting like you did before. I know. I will do the cheer. Sure. Why not? Wake up all the people who are watching us in internet land. Everybody's going to want 8 electrons, except for hydrogen. So let's count the electrons around each of them. Here, I'll make this box disappear so it looks a little less confusing. We'll get to it. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, and this line is a bond that has 2 electrons. So that is a bond, a single bond. So there's 2 there. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Electrons. Electrons. Yay, electrons. Oh, like that. Okay. Okay, so that is the Lewis dot. And you can check the other side too if you're concerned. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Octets. So they both have 8 electrons. Everybody's happy. So now we have to ask the question first, what is its shape?
Linear.
It is linear. Why is it linear? Well, it only has 2 things. If it only has 2 things, it can only be linear. Think geometry, 2 points. Can only make a line. That is the only choice. Baymax, yeah. That is the only choice.
Yay,
Baymax.
burrito Baymax.
There you go.
Baymax is more shape.
Okay, so shape is linear.
Could you imagine if Baymax had like
I mean, he does.
Well, he does. Now, don't forget, we are on it online, so we're trying to take this. I'm gonna keep it PG rated for the, I know. Tomas's mother. Okay, so we could use this to say, oh, there's two things. It's linear. We could do that. Or we could just look at it and go, duh, it's linear. So if you forget the words for the other ones, here they are. You will have this. Okay, so linear. Now the question is it polar or is it not polar? It is non-polar. Why is it non-polar? Well, you could do it the hard way, which I don't recommend, is by taking the electronegativities. You find fluorine. Fluorine has 4. The difference between 4 and 4 is 0. So why did I have to bother doing that? That's the point I'm trying to make. So you know they're the same thing. If they're the same on both sides, tug of war, Squid Games, no one falls down. So linear and non-polar. Okay, so if it's the same on both sides or it's symmetrical, which same on both sides is symmetrical, it is non-polar. Second one. Do I need to do H2?
Yeah.
Second one. H2. Once again, there's 2 H's. So H, if we do 1, it's H with how many dots? 1. So normally we put it there, but it's kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna move it over here for convenience because I'm gonna turn that into a bond with another one.
Baymax. You didn't have to get a dot. This is a big Baymax. There you go.
Mr. J, what about all these other pairs around? Do I need to put those pairs? No, because hydrogen only has 1 dot. So all it's got is 2.
4, 6, 8.
No. 2. Yay. That's it. It's hydrogen. Hydrogen's happy with it. Okay. The end. Shape.
Oh, no, just kidding. Non-linear.
Linear. Same.
Oh, shoot.
Polar, non-polar. Non-polar. Same. See, they're all the same.
Can I do number 3?
Yes, number 3.
I would like to do number 8.
Okay. So 3 is O2. And you can do that over here. And you want to do number 8?
Yeah.
8?
8, I love
Really?
8.
Okay.
I don't know this.
Oh,
But I
okay.
can do
You're
that.
close. Do 7. Are you coming up, Kush?
I thought we were waiting
For
for it to go in order. Okay,
no.
so it's,
Well, if it's going to order, you're doing number 3. You're up next.
I'm doing number 8. I'm
What?
doing 7. It's CH3. Okay, so CH4, and they're both capital, which means they're 2 different elements. So you're gonna have a big C. Look up there,
big
C
C,
has
yeah.
4. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna go hydrogen 4 because where else are they gonna go? So for 8, you're gonna. This is not. Let me whoop. No,
That's Baymax.
I'm not loving it.
Why are there? No, that's one of the foods.
Okay, so there's the FI, and then it has 4 because over there you look and it has 4. So then you go here and you do the thing, and you put, oh shoot. Are we supposed to narrate it or what?
You're supposed to watch.
Narrate it?
Why is he posted up like that?
8 is not SIH. It's SIF.
What's wrong with
No, wait, oh shoot.
Good eight.
You know,
Okay, so it looks like I need a little correcting for number 2 and number 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan.
is wrong.
Sorry, it's close.
What did?
Draw 1 O
Oh.
first.
Okay, guys. There we go.
There you go. Still very close, even closer.
It's still wrong.
It's still off by a teeny tiny.
For 3, I got.
For 3, we got the same. Yo, my heart looks like a butt too.
That's just
Close.
For 3, I got 2 in the top, 2 this one, and 1 in the middle.
Okay, so we have first drawing a Lewis dot. Pair.
You can't have one in
single,
the
single.
bottom.
Oh, hold on. Single. So by itself, that's right. You do a second one. And that's right. These two form a bond. But these two guys are lonely.
they connect to each other.
They want to connect to each other. They do.
Yes, that's.
So what they do
I
is
know they're so
they connect
lonely.
here. Well, you had them like this. They connect here, but that's a little confusing as hell. Just put it.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So really, there's two little guys. They just shifted over. You are able, after you've drawn the dots, you're able to move them around.
Okay.
After you've drawn them, you are able to move them around. So let's do the counting chair, because if we did the counting chair the other way, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yay. 2, 4, 6, 8. If you had it like this,
Can you do the question?
yeah, hold on.
Wait, Mr. G.
If you had them like this, that'd only be 1. So it'd be like 7 and 7, not 8. So they like to share.
What happened to the original plot?
What? Yes.
If we didn't double bond it, and it just the bottom 2 and the middle 2, remember?
That's fine. Yes, if you did it like this,
He did the heart and cut it after the middle. Destiny. Oh my god. Destiny.
Oh my God, that's so
Destiny equals that, yeah.
I'm so sad. We're shouting out here.
Bro, he's that's still right.
that's still right. I will allow that.
Wait, do we have to like go down, and then?
No, you can do this.
Oh, yeah. That's what I have.
Yep, either one is fine. This is the wiggle official way. This is the official way, but I will allow this. But if you left it alone like that, it only has 2, 4, 6, 7. See? So it wants to share to make the 8.
So they have to have 8, right?
8.
All the time.
Not all the time, just everything but 8.
No.
H only has 2.
Everything except for that?
Everything else has 8.
What about when it needs 3 in the middle? Like when would it need 3 in the middle?
We'll get it in a second.
No, this is
'Cause that's actually number 4. Yeah, I'll do number 4. But I'll just hop over here. So let's take a look at 7 and we'll go back to 4. So we have 7 on the board. We have C, drawing a C. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. The H's each have 1 dot. 1, 2, 3, 4. They connect. Bing, bing, bing. That's it. Now, yeah, the number 8. We're missing some things on 8. So
Really?
you're close, very close.
Oh my God.
So let's do the cheer for carbon. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yay. We have to do shape and polarity. What's the shape?
This shape is like for number 7.
Tetrahedral.
How do you know?
2 ways to know. One way to know that's kind of cheating is you look, there's 4 of them, 4 the name of this is tetrahydride. So hence, Tetra.
Oh, that makes sense.
that's the mental shortcut.
Wait, which one are we doing?
7. Tetrahedral, or you could look at the sheet. And remember, we're only looking at these 2 choices. The 2 and the 4. So it's 4. It has 4 things around it. And those 4 things are 4 bonding. So it's 4, 4. 4, 4 is tetrahedral. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do 8 and then I'm going to bounce back. I just want to fix 8. Oh, polar, non-polar. Non-polar.
There's no, it's a trigonal.
No trigonal planar. That is not a choice.
Is it polarity of the bond or the molecule?
The molecule. Ignore the polarity of the bond for now.
Like it's not gonna be on the quiz.
Not together with this.
Okay, so
It's going to be separate.
we have to know like the shape
Shape.
for this has.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this.
Yes.
We're gonna get for the test.
Yes.
Okay.
And the quarterly.
And we're not looking at 3 or 5. We're just looking at 2 and 4 for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All year.
All year.
All year.
So I can cross them out.
You can ignore them.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
But Mrs. G, yeah, when you get to college, you'll need it. Now you don't. Okay. SI is good. F. How do we draw the F?
Oh shoot.
Oh, shoot. It has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pair, 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 bond. So you have the bond here, but you're missing those extra pairs. So you ready? Cut and paste. This, cut and paste. Pair, pair, pair. Cut and paste. 1, pair, pair, pair. Cut and paste. Bond, pair, pair, pair. Bond, pair, pair, pair. But Mr. G, shouldn't I do that with the H's over here too, to be fair? H doesn't have any, because when you draw the H by itself, it only has 1. When you draw the F, it has 7. So each F has to have 7.
If we don't circle the pairs, will it take points off?
No, I will not take points off if you don't circle the pairs. I like to circle the pairs so you can see them. Because if you don't circle the pairs and you did this, oh, sorry. If you did this,
This is non-polar.
that's wrong.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
But Mr. G, I made the dot really small. Right.
Oh my God.
It's just easy to do the dots with the circles.
Polar or not polar?
We'll get to that in a second. Shape here.
This looks non-polar to me.
looks-
Why does it look non-polar to you?
Because it's even.
Because it's even.
Like it
Did you
looks
say it looked
even.
polar to you?
I said no.
Non-polar is good, yeah.
I mean polar.
What's the shape?
Shape is
It's a square.
SIF4. And
Tetra.
tetrahedral.
And it's non-polar.
It is non-polar.
That's literally what I said.
I know.
And someone said it was wrong.
No. Now, there is another line on the thing which I'm telling you to ignore, but I'm just gonna say it really quickly to confuse you, but put it in the back of your, like, let me confuse you and then forget about it. Does it help? Si and F, this little bond here. if we look at the electronegativities on the other side, SI is 1.8 and F is 4.0. So technically, the difference between these two is a really big difference. This is 2.1, which technically, if you looked at that chart, would be an ionic bond. You're confusing me, Mr. G. Yes, the answer is this is a polar bond, but the whole molecule, because of its shape, is nonpolar. So I'm not gonna be mean and ask the shape of the bond, the polarity of the bond with the molecule. I will ask it separately, which is on your review. Yeah.
So the polar, non-polar doesn't depend on
The shape.
no, it doesn't depend on the group that is in.
No,
It depends if it's symmetrical.
it first depends on symmetrical. That's the first thing to look at. Number one, is it symmetrical?
Symmetrical meaning is it?
Symmetrical meaning.
If you put a line through it.
No, you can't do a line through it. That's not the way to do it. Symmetrical meaning, no matter how you flip it, it looks the same. So tug of war is a tie. That's symmetrical. So here, it's the same on both sides. Tug of war is a tie. Here, tug of war is a tie. Here, tug of war is a tie. Here, it's a four-way tug of war, but it's still a tie. Yeah. Oh, electron region. We can do that. Okay, so if you want to look at electron regions, we start with the central atom. I'll use a different color. So you can see. Mark. Where's the green one? It may confuse you. That's why I'm kind of avoiding it. So if it confuses you, ignore it. Based off of the central atom, around it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Looks like a clover. Those 4 things are all bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4, 4, 0, which is tetrahedron. This one also, central, don't worry about this guy. Central atom. Yes, of course. 4, 4, 4, got that same shape. What? Okay, so we did 8. Let's hop over and do 4. Yeah. Let's see, let's hop down here. I'm confused with bouncing around here. Make this here. Okay, because I want you to see this guy related to these guys. So this is number 4. We have N2. There's 2 N's. So let's throw one of them so we know what we're dealing with. N has how many? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 pair. We're taking another N. It's twin. We're putting them together. What are you going to get? A triple bond. You could draw it upside down like this. Watch me do it. N, bond, 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 pair. But looks confusing as hell. So I'm just going to simplify it, knowing that one of them looks like that. I'm going to cut and paste saying, wait, this is going to be a bond, this is going to be a bond, this is going to be a bond, there's going to be a pair hanging out on the ends. So we have N, 1, 2, 3, and don't forget the pair. Count 2, 4, 6, 8. If you left off that electron or this pair, it technically is not right. So we have two nitrogens. Same on both sides, shape, linear, polarity, nonpolar. All of these guys, linear, nonpolar, linear, nonpolar, linear, nonpolar. But Mr. G, can you have linear that's polar? Yes, that's the next question. Number 5. I'll do it over here. H, F. H is easy, H, 1 dot. F is easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pair, 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 bond. Oh, I want this to, so bring this down to there. So now hydrogen has 2, 2. Fluorine has 2, 4, 6, 8. Shape. Linear. It's only 2 things. It's linear. But are these the same on both sides? No, this is a tug of war that fluorine is going to win. So that makes it polar. Because it is not symmetrical.
So much.
You're welcome.
It's a little
Not-
hard at first to rip, but then I figured it out.
There you go. Takes practice. Okay, let's see. We got 7, we got 8. I missed 6. Where's 6? Backside. H2S. Oh, so much stuff over here. I'm gonna move you guys over here. Let's go to the other board. Whee! Can I do, you want to do 6? You just, you didn't want to. I'll do 6, I'll do it fast. Because we're running out of time. So, yeah, I didn't give you the review yet. Okay, number 6. H2S. Well, let's draw the H's first. There's 2 H's, there's an H with the dot. We know there's another H with the dot, there's 2 of them. And then there's the S. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. S is the central atom. Hydrogen, never the central atom. Never. Ever. It can't be in the center. It only has 1 dot. So this H slides over here. This H slides over here. What does it look like to you? Looks like an L, which is
Things I take every single day.
bent.
Unfortunately.
L is bent. Well, Mr. G, if you're asking, what about the pairs and bonding? It's the same shape, yeah, except here we have 2 bonds. So there's 4 things, 2 bonds, 2 non-bonds. 4, 2, 2. If you look at the sheet, 4, 2, 2 will tell you 4, 2, 2, it's bent. So you could use the sheet if you want. It has all the names on there, so it makes it easier so you don't have to remember how to spell them. Yeah.
What's the polarity?
Polar. If it's bent, it is always polar. If it's trigonal pyramidal, drum roll, it is always polar, which you know it's coming because it's number 9. I'll do number 9 and that'll be it. And then I'll give you the quiz review. Number 9 is NH3. Obviously, H is not in the middle, so let's start with the N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bond, bond, bond. There's going to be 3 H's. Hint 3 is tri. That's a hint at what its shape is going to be. Hint, hint, hint. H is going to be here. H is going to go here. H is going to go here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nitrogen is happy. Hydrogens are happy without throwing pairs on them. If you were worrying about the 4, 1, 2, 3 bonds, 1 non-bonding. That is it. So its name is tri. Trigonal pyramidal. Polar. Because guess what? These guys are pulling down. Nobody's pulling up. Okay, now before you guys run, grab a seat, don't run away yet. So I want to point something out to you. Oh, these polar guys. Let's take a minute to talk about these polar guys. Obviously polar, obviously polar. Ammonia, because it's polar, sticks to your receptors in your nose and you smell ammonia because it's polar. Hydrogen sulfide, polar, smells like rotten eggs. Nitrogen, non-polar, you don't smell it. Do you smell air? Oxygen, do you smell air? Methane, do you smell gas?
Yeah.
No.
We smell the gas.
You smell gas because they put in something like this that you can smell. Because gas doesn't smell. But Mr. G, when I let one loose, it smells. Polar compounds with sulfur in them. That's what smells. Not the methane. Methane doesn't smell. Has a slight smell. We'll learn about why it smells slight. But the gas that you smell coming out of the sink, out of the faucet, out of the gas spigot at home is something that. And here's the quiz review. I'm gonna hand that out to you. You guys have it already electronically. I'll post the answer key shortly. Look, most of the compounds are just drawing polarity. Yeah, don't worry about the number of molecules of the central atom. You don't have to worry about that.
It's hard, like, I can't with this whole wall on the left side.
Apparently, class ends exactly at 8:27, 25 seconds in.
It's a pain.
Yeah, 8:27, 25 seconds. What, exactly, when it hits the 25-second mark.
So I'll post the quiz review for everybody, the answer key. They're pretty, oh, Mr. J, these look the same on the back. Yeah, they're the same darn molecules. NH3, there it is. N2, there it is. H2O, ooh, water. And we'll spend time answering question 3. I was like, we'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow's the quiz. You'll see the answers. All you're doing is just seeing if it's polar, non-polar. We had that little sheet to practice that. You need to look at the electronegativities to tell. Some of them are blatantly obvious. Na is the metal, it's ionic. O and O, non-polar. P and O, P and F. I gotta look those up. Okay, have a nice day. See you guys tomorrow. Post the quizzes, so you guys can practice.